Hi everyone! I think today and tomorrow, and I will finish this live stream Stitching Along series. So today I will show you how to stitch those tiny flowers, leaves, and honeycombs. I tried two different versions of this honeycombs, and this is what I've got. So I've made some few stories in Instagram, and I asked the audience what do they think about those two versions, and most of people chose the left side, but I personally like the right one because it doesn't look so heavy as the left one. So I will show you both ways. So you will be able to decide which version would you like to make. And so I cut off the right side, and I'm gonna go with the left one, and I'll see what we will have. In any case, I can just cut it off and do it again one more time with the light version. So but let's start from tiny flowers. I already did those flowers, so you will be able to see the examples of those. So they are really cute, but I noticed that they look just like linen flowers, and but the color is a little bit different. So if you want to make it to look like just like linen flowers, you can use this color. But I will continue with this color which I mentioned in the pattern, because in the kit people got this color, so I will continue with this, but this will be also look cute. Let me open the live stream in my computer so I will be able to see the live chat. So there is a live chat in this during live stream, and you can ask your questions if you want. So I will see them on my laptop, and I will be answering them during I'm stitching. So let's stitch this flower, and you will see how to stitch the petals, leaves, and this curve, and three different size of French knots. I will show you how to do it. Okay, I'll try to fix the hoop so you will see. And I will probably, oh, I rotated the device. Okay. I see what you have. So it's asking me to rotate the device. Okay, I rotate. Please let me. I'm just trying to zoom it so you will see everything. Okay, now you should see everything in details. So I will start from the flower petals and I'm gonna use this color. This is actually a Cosmo, so if you have Cosmo you can use this one. I tried those threads for the first time and I really like it. They are soft and silky. They are similar to Gamma, but they are softer. I will start from the loop on the back, as usually. I use one strand of floss and a loop. And I will fix my thread using the loop on the back side. I make first stitch in the middle of the petal. Let me find the loop. And then I make few more stitches, one stitch on the left and one stitch on the right side. So this way I just mark it for myself the directions which I want to follow, and I'm continue filling the rest of the petal area. So I make short stitches and the long one. I make short stitches here because the shape of the petal is rounded, and in some places I need to make short stitches and then long stitches. This way. And I almost made one petal. You need to see and follow your thread and see if it's not twisted, because you don't need it to be twisted. You need to unwind the thread all the time during your stitching and see if it's laid properly, so then you will have such satin effect like this. If your thread will be twisted, you will not gonna have such satin shiny effect, and it's gonna look a little bit chunky. You can also fill the petal this way. I made one stitch in the middle and then I move to the left and I'm stitching, making one short stitch, one long stitch. So it can work this way. Okay, I need to fix my thread and start the new one. As usually, I do it. Where is it? Oh, here is it. I do it by making a loop, and then I go through the loop, and then I hide my ends under my previous stitches, and now I can cut it. Where are my scissors? Okay, I will start a new thread. Don't forget to let it to unwind when you took one thread, and so it's not going to be twisted when you're stitching. So I start on the loop on the back side. I make one stitch on the front side, and I go through the loop on the back, and I can continue stitching from the front side. Oops, sorry. So many of my new patrons are asking about why they don't have access to the pattern, to the queen bee pattern. So I explaining, if you join it for $5, you are a member of my stitching club, and you have access to educational articles for beginners. You have access to the videos. You have access to my sketches, which are suitable for stitching, and you have also access to 2 beginner patterns. But this pattern, which we are stitching, this is part of my monthly pattern program, and only $10 pattern and $35 patrons have access to this. And if you want this pattern right now, you can just upgrade and have it. So this is this. I guess I need to make one more stitch here. Let me know which version would you like the most. For the honey cells. Oh, how you can. Because I started making the first version, and I'm started thinking that it's really looks a little bit heavy, and it must be a little bit lighter as it's just the background, so I probably will be making the light version. It's okay if you made a mistake and you want to do it in another way, so you can just carefully cut it and do another way. This fabric which I'm using, it's cotton, and it's really nice when you undo your stitches. It can be just easily renew it, like how to say, it's easy to renew. If you had some stitches and you have some holes, for example, these are holes, for example, from your previous stitches, and you can just easily fix it by using your fingers, just, and it's gonna look like this, like it never stitched before. So the cotton fabric is really good for this at this point. Let's finish this flower. See how I'm talkative today? I just had some rest and I feel good because yesterday and the day before yesterday I was working hard to back all the orders and all the Patreon kits to have it shipped and on your way. And it's actually hard work. My back was, it hurts, and the pain in my back was just awful. But this, I like this the most, to make videos for you guys and talk with you and help you if you have some questions, to do some investigation, to make articles for you, and to make step-by-step pictures. I like this job more than just packing the kits. So maybe in future I will just make only those kits which are bestsellers, and I will not restock anymore those kits which were not popular, because I don't want to just be packing kits every day. It's hard work, and it's killing me and it's killing my back. Okay, so I did flower and I have some threads for French knots, which is lucky So, how I will do it? I will do three French knots, and they are going to be different sizes: the bigger one, the medium one, and the smallest one. And how to do different sizes French knots using the same two strands of floss? You will ask me, and I will answer. You can whip it different times. So I'm wrapping the needle 3 times for big French knots. And this time, to make a smaller French knot, I'm wrapping 2 times. And to make the teeny French knot, I will wrap only 1 time. See, the size is slightly different, and if you will use 3 threads, you will notice that the difference is bigger than this, but this is how you can do different sizes of French knots. Little trick from me. So I will need to finish my thread, and I'm in the place where it's not comfortable to do it, so I will go under my previous stitches and move to the area where it's going to be more comfortable, the area where I have more stitches, and I will finish the thread here. I make a loop and I hide my ends. That's it. One more trick. Okay, we have a flower done, and I want to finish it using this color. This is this one. So I will make one French knot for the middle of the flower, and I see that the middle of the flower is quite big, so I will use 3 strands. I need 3 strands, and yeah, I already have it in this. Okay. And I need short thread, so I will cut it here. And if you don't want to start from the loop, you can do this way. You can go under stitches a little bit, make one small stitch back, and make one more stitch back. So now your thread is secured, and you can continue stitching, and you have no knots. Okay, so I will do 3 times, wrapping the 3 times, and we have a nice bigger French knot. so all we left to do is to stitch this petal. I'm gonna use two colors, this one and this one. It's 1991 and 703. I'm gonna use 2 strands of floss because the leaves are small. So I will stitch the half of the leaf with this darker color and these curls. Okay, I'm done with the leaf. I did it using just satin stitch, and I will make this part using whipped back stitch. So this is a regular back stitch. It's a simple liner stitch which you can use as a beginner for everything, literally everything. So you can use back stitch and satin stitch. There are two simple stitches. But I think it looks really smooth, and it makes smooth lines when you are whipping it. So I will show you how to do it. So one more back stitch, and I go here and I help with my finger, and I go under my previous stitches, and this is just like this. And it makes a nice line. It's not really comfortable this way. Okay. So then it's gonna look like a rope. Sorry. and it looks much better. As you can see, it looks like you did a stamp stitch, or yeah, it looks like a stamp stitch, but really delicate stamp stitch. And you can also to create a nice effect using two different colors, for example green and yellow, and it will create an interesting effect. But I try to make it look naturally, and I use the same color of thread, so now you have a better version of back stitch, let's call it this way. And to finish the sleeve, I will switch to the lighter color and fill the rest part of the sleeve. Okay, I've threaded my needle and I'm ready. I'm starting from the loop on the back side. You can see the tutorial if you want. There is an article about this, how to do it, and video about this as well. That's it. We did it. So you can make all the rest flowers like this using those stitches. And now we are switching to the stitching of this part. So as I said, I used two color sets, and most of people from Instagram, they chose this way. Let's see if they still think so. If they still think that this way is better. Yes, 67% of people say that they like more than the left side more than the light version. So we will go with this because I also like this, but it can look a little bit heavy, but maybe it's gonna look good and as a finished work, so we'll go with this. And I already made stitches using this color. It's just a straight stitch, and we will continue this by adding more shades. We will go with this color, and after that we will go with this color, and after that I will use this color. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, I will need to move my camera here, and I need to thread my needle. Oh, I already have one here. So I'll start from the loop and I will continue stitching. I will make stitches right near this brown one, and you can start from the loop on the front side if you are able to go through the same hole as you went out, and this loop will be moved to the back this way. And I'm making a long stitches really close to the previous stitch. Really close. Just like this. So they lay together nicely. Sorry, you probably don't see it. So I'm stitching. Maybe the camera is moving, I don't know. And here you go. I need to finish this thread. And I will continue using the lighter color, this one. And I'm thinking maybe it's gonna look much better if I will make 2 stitches with this color and then 2 stitches here. Like, let's do some experiment and we will see how it looks like. Maybe it looks much better this way when we will add more yellow shades inside this cell. I don't like how this stitch looks like, and I will add one more to fix it because there is a gap, a little gap in here, so I will fix it. One more stitch is yellow. Okay, and the last color we need to do is light yellow. This one. And I will also make 2 stitches for each side. I'm interested if it's gonna look better or if it's gonna make the whole thing even heavier. This is my point, that it can make it even heavier. Let's see how it looks like first. So this is just a little experiment, and just don't be afraid to try something new and to try something that you think will be better. Let's take a look to the whole picture and think which is better. I think this version even better, and it will look great if I will not use brown color. It will look also great if I will make one stitch with this color, two stitches with this color, and two stitches with this color, and it's not gonna look such heavy. And I will make probably this version in another place, for example here, and we will compare and we will see which is better and make the best choice. And you personally can go those, you can choose one of those ways which you feel will look much better. So this is it for today. 1 hour of live streaming. It's a little bit tough in the end of the day, so I'm glad that I was able to show you those flowers and this part, and probably see you tomorrow. I will go live tomorrow at the same time, and I will make a few flowers like this today, and I will show you how to do it tomorrow. And this is going to be the last stitching along, and I'm looking forward to see your progress on it. Please share with me on Instagram and on Facebook chat. I will be happy to see it and congrats you and or help you if you have some questions or issues. Okay, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.